Hey YouTube family, how you doing? This is your boy Ray Mack from Ray Mack's Kitchen and Grill. This is that meatloaf recipe that you guys highly requested. So with this southern style recipe with onion gravy, I'm guaranteeing you're gonna love this here recipe. But if you could, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and also hit that like button. But let's go ahead and get into this here recipe right now. So we have some 96% ground meat. You could use less if you would like. It'll be even better. And then we also have some thyme seasoning. Along with that, we got some kosher salt and some onion powder. Along with that, we got some paprika, and we have some black pepper, along with some Worcestershire sauce, W sauce is what we call it, some ketchup, 2 eggs beaten, a half a sleeve of Ritz crackers, and some McCormick's meatloaf seasoning, 1 diced green pepper, and 1 diced onion. First thing we're going to do is take our onions and green peppers in this here cast iron skillet over medium-high heat. We just want to go ahead and brown these and soften up our green peppers and onions. So as soon as they're softened, all you have to do is just remove these and we're going to go to the next step. So don't go nowhere. I guarantee you, if you leave now, you're going to miss an awesome recipe. So stay tuned. If you have some olive oil on hand, go ahead and take about a good tablespoon of olive oil and add to the skillet. This is going to help it brown up, all right? And then we're going to move on. Now we're going to go ahead and move to the next step. We're going to take our beef along with all of our seasonings and we're going to combine everything together. And right at the end of us combining this, we're going to also take our green pepper and onion mixture, and then we're going to add that to it as well, and we're going to mix everything together, okay? So I want you to check out the ingredients to see exactly everything that we're tossing into this. Now, you're going to ask me what kind of measurements are we going to put on this here, on these ingredients, but we're not using any measurements at all. I want you to use your own judgment. I guarantee you cannot and you will not go wrong with using your own judgment. So just go ahead and add all of your ingredients to the meat mixture and add the onion and the bell pepper back to the meat and just mix everything together. Then we're going to go to the next step. Don't go nowhere. I guarantee you cannot mess this recipe up. Yeah. A baking pan if you like, or whatever the case may be, but since I'm already using this here cast iron skillet pan, I'm just going to place it on the cast iron skillet and then go ahead and shape it out. Now with that grease, if you're using anything less than 90% meat, all you have to do is just take that grease, pour it out, pour it into a jar, something like that, wait till it get cooled, and you could just toss the whole thing in the trash or whatever. But whatever you do, don't pour that grease down your sink, because you would definitely clog up your sink. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven for about for about an hour at the temperature of 350 degrees. And I'm also checking the internal temperature and making sure that the internal temperature can hit at least around about a good 170 to 180 degrees internally. And then I'll go ahead and pull it out. But right now, let me show you guys how I make this here onion gravy. So I got one onion sliced up in slices, and I'm just using some of the jarred gravy mixture. That's it. Just use some jarred gravy mixture and you're going to be all right. And I'm also adding in 2 packs of this McCormick onion gravy. And as you can see with that jar, I added in at least about a half a tablespoon of water. I'm not a half a tablespoon of water, I'm sorry. That's a half a jar of water. And I'm adding both packs of these onion gravy mixes inside that jar. And then once I got that done, I'm going to also toss on this lid, and I want to shake these babies up pretty good. And then I'm going to toss it right on the inside of that pot. So this is the cheaper version of you making some good old gravy to put on your meatloaf. I'm telling you, if you try it, you're going to enjoy it, y'all. All right, so I'm pouring that in. Now the next thing I want to do is just season this up. I like a lot of black pepper in my gravy, so I'm going to toss in some of this here coarse ground black pepper, and I'm going to put a generous amount of black pepper in it because I just love that taste of pepper in my gravy. I hope I'm not the only one. Do you guys like that peppery taste dealing with your gravy? So I got some of the usual all-purpose seasoning. You can buy this at Walmart, and I'm not being sponsored by these people at all. I'm just telling you I love this stuff. So I got me some beef broth, and I want to go ahead and add some beef broth to this as well, just so that we could get us a nice consistency to our gravy, and then again have some nice flavor to the gravy as well. Now once all of that is done, I'm going to stir everything up, toss this on the stove, let it thicken up just a little bit. If you feel as if you want to add more beef broth in the cooking process, go ahead and do so. Hey, it's your onion gravy, and trust and believe me, you will not be disappointed. Now since our meatloaf is done out of the oven, we're going to go ahead and just take this baby out of this here pan. And as you can see, I don't have a lot of grease because I'm using that 90% meat, all right? And the reason why I'm using the 90% meat, because I want to take my slices and I want to submerge each and every slice, if possible, in that gravy. So I will not have no dry gravy, trust and believe me. So I'm giving this a nice slice right now, all right? Slicing every piece. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to plate this baby up. And if you want to, please don't go nowhere. Just stick around and tell me exactly how you like to prepare your meatloaf.